I think I have everything going. Sammy's working. Chat is connected. I'm not dropping any frames due to network issues. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, well. I've been playing some Magic. I've been making a fish deck. The idea behind the deck is stupid as shit. So I noticed that there are a few ways to create tokens outside of the normal ways of playing the game. And the main way that I'm going to be making tokens is going to be this Fountain Port card, which is a land card that can create a token, a 1/1 blue fish creature, by paying 1 life and 3 mana. That's going to be my main way of getting creatures onto the board. There's an additional option, if I already have a creature on the board, of a fishing bowl, which will also create tokens as well, but it's a little bit more difficult to set up. Basically, the enemy can counter that, whereas they cannot counter a Fountain Port. I also have a lot of suppression in this deck, so that would be things like Authority of the Consuls, Into the Flood Maw, just things to stop the enemy from doing what they want. Parting Gust, Sheltered by Ghosts, Split Up. I have a few board wipes in this, which I usually don't like using board wipes, but I mean, it's kind of needed here. I also have a new favorite card, Moonlight Meditation, which what this does is it attaches either to a creature or a artifact, and every time I generate a token of any sort, I can choose to have it copy that thing that it's attached to. So I could attach this to any artifact that's on the field. So that could be the Wind Crystal, which would be a bad idea, or it could be this White Aura Sight, which is both suppression and mana ramp at the same time. So freaking there's a fair few good things in here. It doesn't work for enchantments like Doubling Season, but it does work for any artifact I have in here. I could just say screw it, world map, just have a bunch of world maps out on the field. These maps are so I can get the more guaranteed a Fountain Port, which is like not my win condition, but it's very important that I get that. But as it stands right now, the deck sucks, but that's okay, because it still gets wins. It really is a terrible deck. It's more like a prison deck that happens to feature fish. Hey, BBW lover. Well, we all love ourselves some BBWs. I can work with this. No world map, no Fountain Port, but I'm sure it'll come up eventually. Two authorities already. That's interesting. And a Sheltered by Ghost. There's a fair few of these things in my hand right now that I can't actually use. Does he got some kind of counter? Hopefully the music is at a pretty good level as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I've started including cards like Public Thoroughfare because it gives me mana of any type, which is nice. As it stands right now, I have 4 mana, 5 mana. Let's get the fishing out. We'll get this out. Tap that, then the world map. Next turn, we'll crack the world map for a Fountain Port. Tifa Lockhart is actually a pretty bad news for me. He's saving this so he has a card that gets multiple lands out at once, and he's gonna just use that all out. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. That's not good. Ooh, Fountain Port. Exactly what we need. We're not going to use it to block this turn unless it's deadly. She does have trample, so I guess that doesn't matter. He's opting a lot. Still have the world map to get another land card. I'm gonna shelter by ghost. This will basically remove his Tifa from the field, unless he counters this. We do have the mana for this. So he's going to Surveil 2. Take a look at the first 2 cards on his deck. I'll eat that. I'll attack to get some HP back. And regardless of what he deploys, it's going to be tapped by the Authority of Consuls. We have Doppelgang, that's really good. Let's get additional mana out. We have 5, 6, 7 potential mana currently. That's good. We need, damn it, with the... we need 8 mana to really kind of pop off with a Doppelgang. I just need a land of some sort. I'm gonna continue attacking, just get my HP as high as possible. It's possible we'll have to use Expel in order to clear the board. Probably not the best idea because Tifa's mixed into all this. He's using the landfall. Landfall decks are always a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. If this gets out of hand, I can Expel, but I don't know if that's a great idea or not. Excuse me. Oh god, I'm dying. Now, the cool thing about this deck is I actually have a lot of ways of creating creatures that he can't stop. He can't stop the Fountain Port from making creatures. He can barely stop the Fishing Pole from making creatures. So, the more creatures he throws at me to stop my fish, the better my situation is because he doesn't have, like, he's gonna run out of those creatures eventually. That's the way I see it anyway. And Authority of the Consuls is actually putting in quite a bit of work. Might be time for me to Expel. We'll just Expel 0 or something along those lines. Getting a lot of landfall value due to all these landfall boys he's got. Is that permanent? Until end of turn. Just block 1. It's not that much damage coming out. Okay. Oh wait, cancel that. And we're just going to choose 0. And that's it. Was he got some way of putting like 6 lands out right now? That's 2 lands at least. Okay, used up all of his mana putting down units. Okay, not that much damage coming out. Still not quite that much damage coming out, though. It's getting more worrisome. All tapped creatures. That's why board wipes are useful in this case. Do. So no matter what, I'll still have that fountain port to create fish. And he's running out of cards. And he's starting to try to destroy my enchantments. I got another board wipe. How much mana do I have? Not enough. We'll create another fish. And we'll start producing fish using the fishing pole as well. So the way the fishing pole works is you have to tap a creature that puts a counter on the fishing pole, and next time it untaps, it'll create another fish. It's kind of slow, but it's cheaper than using the fountain port to create fish, which is important because the fountain port is kind of actually expensive to create fish. 1 life and 3 mana, whereas this, once it's set up, it's 1 mana per turn. Just kind of limited, you know? Well, both of them are limited, but yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. This will give me a little bit of HP regen here. I won't be tapping that for another fish this turn. And he gave up. That was a decent one. A little bit of a back and forth there. The board wipes really helped out there. Freaking 2 board wipes kind of took the wind out of his sails to the point where the fish were just overwhelming him. And the early use of Sheltered by Ghosts really helped out too, to keep his Tifa card from, you know, getting out of control. Let me check my levels here. Okay, cool. Even though I start with a fountain port, it's kind of weak in terms of card variety. This I wouldn't definitely not be able to use because I don't have any mana. This would work. Yeah, this would work. We'll have to get rid of 2 cards, and 2 of the, like, it's kind of hard to decide which 2 cards in this case. Side quest, yeah. The issue with this is we start with fewer cards this time. This guy's a mana ramper. Three Tree City is really nice. It gives you more mana based off of how many creatures you have of a certain type. So when I throw this down, I'll decide the type of creature that I want to do, which is fish. And if I have, like, say, 10 fish, I would be able to create 10 mana using this, with some lost in the conversion. So that'd be 8 mana altogether. Of any color, too. This card right here is kind of interesting too. Start your engines. If I do deal damage to the enemy, to speed it up, and my goal is to get to 4, but I'll probably crack this before that. This will give me lands based off of how, oh fuck, based on how many things I have. How many speed I have. So currently it would give me 1 land directly to the battlefield. If I get it up to speed 2, it'd be 2 lands, speed 3, 3 lands, and so on and so forth. this is a loss. This is absolutely a loss. Unless I get a white mana. Okay, this is a loss. This guy right here, Ouroboros, or whatever his name is one of the most dangerous cards. And is what I would eat up using the white aura sight like immediately. You have to stop it from getting strong. That thing exponentially gets stronger every turn, and it makes everything around it stronger as well. So it was at 4, you know, 4 counters. God damn. Excuse me. It was at 4 counters to begin with. That last turn I was fighting there, and it would have been at like 5 or 8. I need to reread that card sometime. But yeah, every time I see it, I just think I need to kill that immediately. We may have to rebalance the mana in this deck. Okay, blue. Useful. Not something I can use right now. Curious Inquiry is actually one of my favorite cards that I found recently. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 and has Investigate whenever it deals combat damage. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Check this. Okay. 3-Tree City. Let's go ahead and get the banner out. Banner will get me to 4 mana, which is an important milestone for each deck that I'm doing here. Because that allows me to create fish using Fountain Port. That character has haste, also gives mana. Not too worried about the damage coming in. He's actually kind of going slow. He's being cautious. It is understandable. I mean, it is whatever level we're at now. Okay, Authority of the Consuls will help keep haste creatures at bay. I don't want to block anything yet, though. It's down to 4 cards. I do have a kind of board wipe. We could use Split Up to destroy all of his creatures, but I don't care if my fish dies. It's more there to convince him not to attack, possibly. It's probably... He's probably trying to come up with, like, what the hell my deck is about. Oh, is he going to station? No, he's attacking. Okay. Not a big deal. Alright, we're going to split up. This will destroy all tapped creatures. Hit this with Curious Inquiry, so I have extra card draw. So I can sacrifice this clue down the line to draw a card. It costs 2 mana, so it's a little bit inefficient, but it's, you know, it's better than nothing. Discard 2 cards, draw that many cards. He didn't do it, so that means he has decent cards in his hand. Doubling Season, that's really nice. Let's go ahead and do that. So that'll generate 2 clue tokens. And more importantly, now my Fountain Ports will create 2 fish at a time instead of just 1. Not too worried about my HP. I can put Courage onto this whenever. Let's go ahead and start with the courage, because we do need the HP regen. This is not looking the greatest, actually. 8, 9, 10, 11. He's gonna do 11 damage. Kinda need more mana. Summoning sickness has slowed him down a little. We could use this to duplicate that. If I sacrifice one of these, I want to have enough mana to cast whatever comes up, so I'll do this. And he has too much damage coming in. I'll do this. I didn't have enough mana to create a copy of this, and I do have to attack. Yeah, between these three things, he'll kill me. And if I didn't attack, I definitely wouldn't have had enough HP to do anything. If I were thinking, I probably would have put down Anthem instead. And that would probably been a little bit better. I still would have died, but Anthem and then this to, you know, stop one of the stop the guy right here. Now that probably would have gotten me to the next turn at least. I probably would have still died, but I don't know. There. Looks like Wolfie's dog is moving around. He's a pretty chill dog, old dog. So he usually spends his day just chilling. Listening to a different album than I normally listen to, like for the stream. It's pretty decent. This particular album is AI generated, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not seeing any emails from freaking YouTube regarding copyrighted music. This probably isn't the best setup for cards, because I'm reliant on pulling more mana. I currently have a 34% chance to get another mana. Okay, couple of possibilities here. I now have any color mana land down, which is good. Let's get this out, and we'll see if we can get... I'm gonna fish for a freaking fountain port. There we go. I mean, I say fish for a fountain port. That was guaranteed that there would be a fountain port in that list. Could imprison him by the moon. Let's just get a fish out. Fish. So the idea behind this deck, if you just got here, is basically I want to try to win without having any creatures in my deck other than a way to create these fish. It's a really stupid idea, but I mean, it's gonna be, it may work, it may work. I've gotten a few wins already. He's aiming for the fish? Why? So he doesn't get so much damage at all at once. He threw away his cloud card. We're going to continue just kind of scaling here. Super weird decision to do that on the fish instead of the banner. Okay, how much mana? 3, 6, 7? There's a couple of options here. You, imprisoned by the moon. You, side quest, catch a fish. You, crack open for more mana. Alright, so now we have 8 mana, which means we can duplicate those aura sites if we want. Probably what I'm gonna do. Definitely gonna be what I do. Absolutely what I'm gonna do. I could get doubling season down first, but I think the next turn will be lethal if I let this go. Draw. So this will make 4 copies of these aura sites, and I'll be able to clear his front line completely with this. Also reduces the amount of mana he has as well. Also gave me the ability to get down to doubling season on its own. With all of that. That's a little worrisome. Alright, we'll start by doing this. All untapped. Then we do this. Oop. Now I got 2 fish. Throw this down. Throw this down. Attach this to a fish. That will be producing fish every turn now. And get a little bit of HP back, and that's all I can do really. A wind crystal. I got that too, somewhere in my deck. Ooh, another fishing pole. Set both of these to fish. Okay, and then we generate more fish using the fountain port. And eat another food. Some nerd just messaged me. Do. Okay, fish has been going well. Also, this now has untapped whenever equipped creature becomes untapped, so that means I can attack using this. He's about to be flooded with fish, by the way.
Are you sure about that?
Hello, whoever did that. I'm assuming it was freaking Dragon Cat. All right, next. When these untap, it should cause the fishing pole to do the thing. Ooh, Caretaker's talent. He has to be realizing he's pretty screwed at the moment.
I think I got it, but just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
Okay. Freaking Dragon Cat. This is the fish deck, if you're wondering. This is the fish deck I was talking about earlier. Fish. As you can see, I have fish. He fucking gave it trample and immortality? Alright. Activate ability. He gave up because there's too many fish. The fish deck? Yes, this is fish deck. Hold on a sec. I need to adjust my chat so I can see it a little bit better. Nice. Okay, so let's go over this fish deck again. I'm still figuring things out with this deck. I think I need to get more mana into it, like a better thing of mana, like a better spread of mana. But the main thing about this deck is Fountain Port, and maybe you should adjust your face. Hey, I'm pretty sure you like my face. Anyway, Fountain Port is a main card. This is what I use to generate the initial fish. So I pay 1 life and 3 mana to generate a 1/1 blue fish creature. This is basically the only card that I have that can just generate fish on its own. So, it's almost required that I get this card in particular while I'm, getting my game set up. So this is like the most important card. So as a result, I added some maps to help make it easier to find that card. But outside of that, I also have fishing poles, which if I already have a fish out, I can use fishing poles to make more fish. That's kind of cool, right? More fish using fishing poles. You're sacrificing life, yes, but it is like I said, it is the only way I can get fish through just this card. There's no other way. I've looked. There's no other way to just make fish for myself. There are ways of like giving other people fish. So Parting Gust would give the enemy a fish if I choose to have them get a fish. And I could technically do that and then use Doppelgang to make copies of his fish for myself. But that's just flexing when I don't need to. I got doubling season to double up on the amount of tokens that are generated, which means double the fish.
Lizard.
No, these are fish. These are fish. God damn it. These are fish. Alright. I got a few board wipes. Fish. I got this to help keep the enemy from being able to do things. It exiles things on their side, which is very useful. I got a bunch of buffing cards, like Patchwork Banner and Anthem of Champions. There was not a fish one, of course. These make the fish stronger. freaking a lot of suppression cards, some land cards to get extra lands into my side, extra card draw using Curious Inquiry. But I will be honest, not the greatest deck. In fact, it's quite bad. So just keep that in mind. If you want to try this deck, it's ass. It is straight ass. The wins you get are in spite of the fish. Let's get rid of the Caretaker's Talent. It's rare that I have enough mana to actually use the Caretaker's Talent to its fullest potential. Is 4 fishing poles too much? I think it is. Even though I love the idea of having 4 fishing poles. 3 Authority of Consoles. I only really need 2. Okay. Oh, and also the reason why this doesn't have any other, like, creatures in this is because I want to keep it only fish. Just fish. Let me fish. When you jank a themed deck of full devotion and then get demolished by turn 4 by burn. Yes, I've had that happen plenty of times, Lucius. Lucius. But yeah, this deck is very much like, keep them from being able to do anything that they want to do until I can get some fish out. It's, it works sometimes. I'll be honest, it sometimes works. And you've probably already noticed I got Expel the Interlopers and Split Up. Both full board wipes under the right circumstances. I just like the idea that they see me put down a fishing pole. Then they start thinking, what the fuck is going on? What is this? Alright, next turn I'll be able to... Oh, there's one of those decks. Next turn I'll be able to get out a Fountain Port. Activate ability. What is this motherfucking smoking? Yes, exactly. Yeah. So this card right here gets stronger whenever they cast spells during my turn. So that's what he's aiming for. He's gonna always leave mana for himself. Fish crack pitch. Yes. He must be synth cooking. Yeah. Here. I think he meant to cast fish. So let's go ahead and help him out with that. I think you meant to cast fish. You may be burning the timer for no reason. What a salty salmon. I haven't generated any fish, that's okay. How many ops has he used? 1, okay. Okay, I have Doppelgang. Does a pole catch his fish on the board? No, it doesn't, unfortunately. It only works if I have it only works if I have a creature out and I can attach it to that creature. So basically, I equip this to a creature and then tap that creature for it to actually catch a blue fish token. And then from there, I could just do that every turn for 1 mana. It's a cheaper way of getting fish tokens than the Fountain Port. Man, this guy still has a shit ton of cards. The whale only allows him to surveil. And he threw away a scry. That's interesting. let's go ahead and get a fish out. I'm kidding. Get a better one, of course. Let's go ahead and equip it. This will be generating me fish if I can survive. Actually, kind of surprised he only has 4 mana. It feels like he has a lot of cards. I'm gonna save my mana. Never mind, I'm just gonna cast this. He's probably thinking at this point, what the fuck is this a fish deck? If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. Okay. This doesn't really do anything for me. I kind of don't know why I did that. He hasn't countered any of my cards yet. This does look very weird. I can understand why the opponent would be confused, yes. See, a lot of my cards also gift him cards, by the way, if you're wondering. We're not generating any fish this turn. I used up all my mana. He's still at 4 mana, which means he's getting mana screwed at the moment. Now, it took me a little while to figure out that one of my biggest issues with this, it does smell fishy. One of my biggest issues with this whole situation is I don't have any mana, like any lifelink rather. And I had to add lifelink into this deck, otherwise it's just a race to see who wins the life trade. And when I'm paying life for all my creatures and stuff like that, I would never win that if that were the case, like without lifelink. Let's go ahead and activate these, because he's going to be able to get an attack in regardless with that flying unit. Doesn't matter if I block. Matters if I get more fish. Also, playing Fallout. So if you need to talk to me, make sure to yell. Okay. How is Fallout so far? Dragon Cat just recently got Fallout 76. Bounce. Don't know. I don't know what you mean by bounce. This guy is really good at preserving his cards. Let's see here. How much mana do I have? 8, 9. Fallout is confusing, of course. It is an MMO. And they had to do a lot of patches on top of it in order to get it to a state where people liked it. So there's probably a lot of like weird stuff in there. Let's go ahead and Shelter by Ghosts, and we're going to do it to one of the new fish. I'm worried about this guy getting max speed, this homunculus. So we're just going to steal him. And because we have Shelter by Ghosts out, we can also use Doppelgang to make more Shelter by Ghosts. So regardless of what he actually puts out next turn, I'll be able to counter it without using the X spell. Hey, well, there's an extra fish right here. Let's just go and get an extra fish. I heard you like fish. Yo, dog, I heard you like fish, so I got more fish for you. I officially have more HP than him. Three Tree City is going to be super nice because maybe I'll be able to duplicate 3 things instead of just 2. So Doppelgang is really, really stupidly powerful. If you've never used it before, for each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. It's pretty simple text, but that simplicity is like understated. So if I cast this with just 5 mana, it would create 1 copy of 1 thing. If I cast this with 8 mana, it would create 2 copies of 2 things. If I cast this with 3, or like 12 mana, I think it is, maybe 11 mana, it would create 3 copies of 3 things. Basically, it exponentially gets more powerful the more mana you pump into it. What is this? What is this? Fish. Fish is what I'm trying to type. What the fuck was that? Let's go ahead and get a patchwork banner finally. Does he have a counter spell? No, he doesn't. This is a blue deck. A specifically, like, majorly blue deck. Nothing but blue. And I haven't seen a single, like, counter spell yet. We are going to copy Sheltered by Ghost and the patchwork banner. I could probably send you a blowfish eating a carrot. I couldn't see it. I'm all doing this all on one screen. And this is probably the moment where he quits. Each card in your graveyard. I mean, we'll resolve it. I may have the mana for this, honestly. Autopay. I do have the mana for this. It's a good thing I didn't go for 3 copies. This one? This one? Fish? I have to type it in because there's nothing in my deck that is actually a fish. If you're wondering. Eat that one, eat that one. And we don't need any more fish, so we're just going to attack. These are 2-headed cows. Oh, you didn't know about the Fallout New Vegas, or the Fallout cows? Yeah, the Brahmin, I think is what they're called. Yeah, they're all 2-headed. Go fish. Yes, go fish, go. So yeah, this is a real asshole deck when it goes well. And you'll notice I didn't use a single creature. It was nothing but fish and equipment and enchantments and a couple of board wipes. It's great. If it goes well, yes. It is very possible that it will not go well. And is very dependent. Oh, I didn't know that, actually. And there are ways I can make this deck way better. It's just all those ways kind of sacrifice the core theme of the deck, which is fish. Also, I have to go to the restroom. So I'm going to be right back once I figure out how to mute my mic again. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's much better. Let's see here. So, something we didn't see in that last match is what happens if I get the doubling season out. So doubling season doubles the amount of tokens that are made and the amount of counters. It's actually one of the best cards out there in terms of this kind of thing. That also includes things that are copied by Doppelgang. So let's say I make copies of doubling season. It would first of all make 2 copies of it, and then another 2 copies because it's doubled. They removed overencumbered speed restriction. Why do I hate it? I don't know what you mean. So I would make 4 copies of doubling season if I throw 8 mana into Doppelgang. And then after that, every time I make a single fish, because there's 5 copies of doubling season, I would make, I want to say, 64 fish. There's 2 white 5 mana cards that double tokens. Yes, I would have to look those up, but I think 2 copies of doubling season is a pretty good balance for this. If I just focus on trying to double everything, I'd like run into issues with keeping the enemy suppressed long enough to actually make that happen. And you know, that last one, you could see that it worked. It worked even when I'm don't have like the doubling season down. It's not reliant on doubling season, it's just something that makes it really silly by the end of it. I once had 256 fish tokens get produced all at once. One is a planeswalker, true, but I'm trying to keep it to fish. I just want fish. I know that planeswalker. I've been destroyed by that planeswalker a few times. A flying creature? Oh yeah, from the new set, the Edge of Eternity set. That one's interesting because it has warp, and I've used Doppelgang to duplicate that one in the past. It's gonna be one of those. Alright, fish. Okay, we got 2 banners, 2 white mana. Not really much we can do with that currently, but if we pull like Parting Gust, we'd be able to use that. Or White Aura Sight, we'd be able to use that. No luck yet. We have no way to generate any fish yet. One big issue with this is this deck is incredibly slow. Without the suppression, I'm just open, it's open season on me, you know? So, you know, get decks like this, open season, there's not much I can do. Till I pull a card that would actually work against this. We can slow him down a little bit using Mind Spiral. Next turn, though, is the only issue. So we got 4 mana right now. We'll throw down 1 mana next turn, and then Mind Spiral, and that will stun his Chocobo. Unless he destroys the banner. That would suck. Oh, he's not on. He's buffing both of them up. Board Wipe would go really hard right now. There that goes. So I won't have enough for Mind Spiral, that's unfortunate. I do really like Suplex as a card. It's just generally useful. Fish. I forgot there are ferrets in this game. Grab more cards. Probably should have grabbed a forest, actually. That's gonna double its power every time he throws down a land, by the way, so that one's extremely dangerous. But everything else is gonna kill me before then. We got 5, 6 mana, so that's not gonna work. I still didn't grab anything that I needed. Okay. Yeah, landfall decks, especially if they're drawing well, is a real big problem for me. I always run into issues with landfall decks, even with my Cosmogoyf deck. Lucius, I think that's how you say your name. I have another deck that I've been like experimenting with. I haven't named it yet, but it's a Cosmogoyf deck that focuses on dredging, basically. So I have Insidious Roots, which creates a creature that gets more powerful the more I dredge out of my graveyard. I also have, let's see here, Chalk Outline, which produces clues and creatures every time I pull something out of my graveyard. This, which produces a creature every time I pull anything out of my graveyard, not just creatures. And I also have Nothing But Creatures Like This, which, when it dies, you can exile it from your graveyard and put a 1/1 counter or something else onto a different creature, which counts as a dredge. So this card on its own, without any additional cards, can activate things like Insidious Roots and, stuff like that. And I also have Alchemist Assistant, same situation. Eerie Gravestone also activates that. Terminus of Return can also activate that under the right circumstances. All that stuff. But the reason why I have a dredge deck is because I wanted to make a deck themed around Cosmogoyf. Let's see here. You tried building a couple of Bloody Roots decks with little luck. This one's pretty decent. I should link it to you. Cosmogoyf's power is equal to the number of cards you own in exile, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. So every time I use the secondary effect of a card like this one, or this one, it would make Cosmogoyf more powerful. Every time someone exiles one of my cards, Cosmogoyf gets more powerful. So between like the roots and outline and all that stuff, a lot of tokens are being created, so the enemy will probably focus on those. Meanwhile, Cosmogoyf is getting more powerful in the background. And by the time Cosmogoyf actually comes out, if it's late game, it could be easily like 10 power on its own. So that's basically everything is feeding into my backup plan, which is Cosmogoyf. But up until that point, like we got a lot of little things that help out, like Keen-Eyed Curator, which can exile anything from the graveyard. Ashiok, I don't know what that is. Whenever enchantment you control is put in the graveyard, pull a card. Is that it? Oh, here we go. If you pay life at least that many cards, exile that many cards from the top of your library instead. Top 2 cards from your exile 1 and put the other one in your hand. That's pretty decent. Create a 1/1 with put a 1/1 counter on this token. Target player exiles the top X cards of their library, where X is the total mana value of the cards you own in exile. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting. The issue is that may actually exile too quickly. A lot of this stuff, it may exile a bit too quickly, and it doesn't give me great control over the exiles. With Keen-Eyed Curator, I have complete control. I just pay 1 mana and exile. Like, you can activate Keen-Eyed multiple times during one turn. So you could exile like 5 cards all at once during one turn before you attack with Cosmogoyf, if you have that many in your graveyard. Same thing with Camellia. She can can forage, which you can put 3 cards every time you forage into your exile when foraging. So it's a surprise, strength thing. Here, I'll just, let's see here. Can I find the link for this? I'll link you the Cosmogoyf deck. I use something called Untapped, which is what I use to keep track of my statistics, my win rates. Currently, the Cosmogoyf deck has a win rate of 58%, by the way. It was 70% for a good little bit, though, if you're wondering. It's quite good. There it goes. It's a long URL, but that should bring you straight to the deck list for this. You could take a look at it how you see fit. I do tend to throw in a lot of small things in it, like get a leg up, which helps me deal with flying creatures, the Camellia, this Sotharina, the Super Void. Yeah. It is a lot of mana to need to throw that out. Alright, back to fish. We may play a Cosmogoyf match soonish. But yeah, that's probably my most competitive deck in general, though. It's pretty good. It's enjoyable to play, too, which is pretty important. We started with Fountain Port and a all-mana 3-tree city, forest. Now we just have to survive long enough to actually get the Fountain Port producing fish. Do have an Expel, but I'm pretty sure I don't have the right man. Well, Public Thoroughfare would help with that. Kinda sucks that Fishing Pole doesn't produce fish just by being tapped. You need to actually put a bait counter onto it. And it has to be attached to a creature. What's the weird thing about this? Okay. That's how the game is. Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I experiment so much with different decks. This fish deck is probably my weirdest one, but yeah, I just choose a theme or a card to build a deck around and just focus on that and see if you can make it competitive. This fish deck, definitely not actually competitive because it's too slow, but like it's at least interesting. I got that going for me. I have a few too many freaking lands in my hand. Alright, he's got Sephiroth. That's not good. He's got a lot of card draw currently. Four through 6, yeah, that's true. Okay, we got this one producing fish, so we should be able to produce 2 fish per turn pretty soon. We're gonna take a bit of a beating this turn right here. Thwarted, yeah. Ha! Choose an artifact or creature card. I didn't have any artifacts or creatures. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. It's getting a bit janky out here. Continue producing fish. That's not good. Might as well search for a good one. What is this? Whoa, what is this? The freaking... Oh god, what's it called? The blowfish? Ah, jeez. He didn't block it. That's bad for me. Because I think he wins this trade if he continues attacking with just those Aramon. He definitely wins this if he uses this fish and I considered adding this fish in to my deck, by the way. I only want fish, yes. Oh, here we go. Oh, this will tip the scales in my favor. How much mana does this cost? Flying and lifelink until the end of the turn. Doll maker shop would fit right in, but that would make dolls. That's the issue. I just want fish. I'm a weirdo. I just want fish. I have 6 HP, which means I need to use these 2 fish to attack him next turn to get some HP back. I do have Caretaker's Talent. I only have 1 copy currently because I found that I very rarely have the mana that I need to actually, you know, make full use of it. That's not good. I'm dead. Unless he kills... Nah, yeah, I'm dead. You'd attack with these 3 things, I don't have enough HP. I shouldn't have used the pole there. I was kind of dead either way, honestly, that last one. Let's swap over to the Cosmogoyf deck real quick. It's been a sec since I've used the Cosmogoyf deck, so we'll see how this goes. And it makes a fish. Yeah, it makes a fish. This looks fine. You can actually survive on low mana to begin with this deck, especially with this kind of card draw. So I'm not too worried about having only 2 mana. This Rubber Belt Maverick character is also cheap, which is real nice in terms of mana. We'll hold on to the Cosmogoyf for a little bit because right now it has 0 power. If I had to discard any cards, it'd be Cosmogoyf, or if I had to mulligan any cards, rather. Man, it's something I really dislike about this client. You only see cards like this when you're playing decks that are based on cards like this. Alright. So, we'll fell this one. No, we'll fell... Well, no. Yeah. Either one kind of sucks to fell, honestly. Let's just do this.
You have no skills and you're a loser!
Oh, God. Thank you, Dragon Cat. Thank you for the biddies, by the way. He didn't attack. That's interesting. What's this guy do? Kind of like that. We'll just fell him real quick. We're playing defensively because I don't want to lose my Seedmeister, especially until... Oh, there goes the Seedmeister. Alright, I'll sacrifice one of these. Add that. Oh, you may have noticed the Cosmogoyf got stronger when that was in exile, by the way, and then immediately went back down to its normal power. So after I used the adventure on this got a little bit more powerful. So you can do this with adventures as well. I am perfectly fine losing that. Another Cosmogoyf. Boop. Now this will go up by 2 because I exiled a creature in the process of doing that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I could use more mana. And we will no attack. He's producing a lot of food tokens, I'm noticing. That's fine. Let's get a Revenant out that has Lifelink, Death Touch, and Flying. Kind of a overstacked card in terms of its capabilities. Ooh, what a nasty fucking... Ooh, what a nasty deck he's got. Oh, well, we gotta block that. I'm gonna block that as well. He has no mana to cast the Adventure here. Although I think I'm dead either way. I have to block this, the highest damage, otherwise I die immediately. And we'll throw this out. Do. No, I've never really fought against a tough cookie enemy like this. Like, the tough cookie is... I never really fought against one of these before. I didn't know that you could make golems like that using those. It's actually kind of interesting. Also, damn you, Dragon Cat, for trolling me. Well, I think you could see a little bit of why the Cosmogoyf deck is good there. That particular enemy I was fighting there just kind of had a pretty strong front line, which, you know, a board wipe would have taken care of, but I don't have any white in this deck. It's a black-green kind of thing we got going on here. I can work with this. Overprotect is very nice. If you haven't seen this card before, target creature gets 3/3, trample, hexproof, and indestructible until the end of the turn. It's basically like the most powerful version of a buff card, a green buff. I don't have anything to kill that outright right now. So we'll cash grab. This mills 4 cards, and I take a permanent card and put it into my hand. We'll take a Chalk Outline. I think Chalk Outline is better than Insidious Roots, because it starts off as a 2/2 detective instead of having to build up to that point, and it also gives me card draw. They're merely jank, yes. I can kind of see that. You need very, very specific draw to make food decks really good. He shouldn't have any type of way to deal with this unless he has a lightning bolt. We're gonna throw down Chalk Outline, even though that eats up all of my mana. Because Eerie Gravestone actually synergizes with Chalk Outline pretty well. Means no attacks because we're just trying to keep the Chocobo from attacking right now. So this Revenant is interesting because he actually has Renew, which allows me to attach Lifelink, Death Touch, and Flying onto a creature after he dies. So we could put all that onto Cosmocoif. Get rid of that. Do this. Attack with this. Because if he blocks, that's fine. If he doesn't block, I still get the HP back. And I'm not too worried about the incoming damage from these two creatures. Ooh, Keen-Eye Curator. It's been so long since I've seen one of those. Just kind of surprising. Is he gonna Keen-Eye my Revenant? No. Okay. Okay, so Keen-Eye Curator is really, really good because this Chalk Outline only works with certain things, and that's creature cards. So I could do this thing, but I don't want to because I just realized it only works with creature cards. Okay, well, we're just going to do this then. So now the Death Touch, Lifelink, and all that stuff is still on the board, and I got a Detective and a Clue out of that. Okay, he had to use another removal. That's fine with me. I could block using the Detective. This thing in the center needs to die. So, Alchemist Assistant, Teebids is a creature. I am a creature. Alchemist Assistant is pretty decent because it allows you to put lifelink onto whatever you want. And lifelink is just really, really stupidly powerful. Alright, none of that was a creature or anything I could actually use, so that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and get the Cosmocoif out. I'm getting my ass kicked by someone with 3 mana. That's not good. That's not a good showing. Oh, and it gave it haste? Oh, balls. Nah, I'm dead. I can't block all the damage coming in. I'm about to regret my life choices. Did you order something to eat? Or something? Because that's when this is about as much success as I've had with the root stacks. Well, back when I was setting this deck up, I had much better success. And I think... I don't know. It's crazy. Because sometimes this deck just pops off, and it's just really, really good. I think it's a combination of things. I probably just don't have enough removal. I can't order delivery in the boonies, nerd. Yes, that is true. I think it has something to do with how much removal I have in this deck. I may just not have enough removal. Because this deck has a lot of, like, small things. Like, I'll throw the Cosmocoif in the trash for right now. Do. Play defensively until we have an advantage. So we could use Keen-Eyed Curator now, or we can do Eerie Gravestone. I think I'm going to do the Gravestone. There we go. Fell. That's nice. Now I'll attack with using this. May sacrifice a creature for that, and he did. Interesting. So now I have the option to put the lifelink onto something down the line. And when I do, that's considered an exile, which will make the Cosmogoyphs more powerful. This guy has 2 mana. Throw this up. Another one of these. No reason for me to attack with this. He's not going to throw away this guy. Pacifism. It's actually kind of a good choice on that part. I only have 1 black mana. We will throw the Chalk Outline into hand. And might as well fell this guy because it's the most powerful thing he has. And I am going to go ahead and eat up some of my cards here. So this Keen-Eyed Curator is actually pretty powerful. If you get 4 different types of cards exiled using him, he gains +4/+4 and trample. So you could do a land, artifact, enchantment, and creature, and that will get him to that 4 card thing. So you could aim for that. I don't usually aim for that. My main use for him is just to exile my own cards just in general, excluding any creature cards because I want to have certain cards down before I do that. But that's just what I use Keen-Eyed Curator for, just to exile cards in general to make Cosmogoyf more powerful. And it synergizes with Insidious Roots and also the Chalk Outline if I have a lot of creature cards in my exile. Or in my graveyard, rather. About the only card that doesn't actually play into this whole Cosmogoyf thing is Divine Reap Mentor. And I only have them in there because they're just generally really good. They have good stats, 3/2 toughness and power, and also they generate food tokens whenever they enter and leave combat, which is just really useful. It's just a really useful card. And after this match, I think I'll return to the, the fish deck. That deck is interesting. We'll take that Gravestone, I think. Never really used this card before. Basic, reveal it, shuffle that card to the top. Okay. Squirrel deck. Yes, squirrel decks are interesting. I'm incorporating squirrels into a lot of decks, honestly, but like a proper squirrel deck is cool. I also have a proper raccoon deck as well. And that raccoon deck, pretty interesting. Interesting choice. I'll take it. We get the Cosmogoyf out. And we hit it with the Maverick. And he gets 2 1/1s because that was both exiling a card and the Maverick's ability. Okay, he did that. That's unfortunate. It's fine. Okay. We get the Keen-Eyed Curator out. And activate the Gravestone. And I will take the Revenant. Mostly because the Revenant's just kind of useful in general. I'm going to start eating cards using the Curator as well. Just in case I pull another one of those Cosmogoyphs. He skipped his turn, that's unfortunate. He's waiting for the Revenant to come out. That's fine. We got what we need to make sure the Revenant survives. So let's see what he does. I get the feeling he's waiting for my turn to end? No, he just didn't play anything. Interesting. He gave up. He's probably a red-blue deck and he just didn't get any blue lands. Squirrel deck. I don't have much experience with squirrel decks, honestly. I think I have more experience with raccoon decks. Not this one. Not that one. Maybe it is this one. I need to start naming my goddamn decks. So raccoon decks are interesting because this isn't it. This isn't it. This is something. This was an experiment. Raccoon decks are interesting because there it is. They have a very specific mechanic that has not shown up anywhere else, and it's called Expand. So what Expand is, whenever you cast spells that equal 4 or more mana, you get an additional like bonus for your raccoons. So in not that one, this one, you may discard your hand, and if you do, draw 2 cards. That's kind of shitty if you have 5 cards in hand, but it's really good if you have 0 cards in hand. So this creature is really good if you're like able to cast everything you have every turn, and if it generally equals 4 or more mana by doing that. Whenever you expend, target creature gets 1/1 and gains trample until end of turn. Pretty good. Whenever you expend 4, raccoons you control get 1/1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Very good. Stuff like that. That's why I like the raccoon deck, because it has a surprising amount of burst. If you get everything kind of lined up right. And I threw Doppelgang in there and Mirror Room because they don't match the same colors, but it can be very useful for raccoons just in general. It's cool. It's cool. It's a cool little deck. I kind of want to play it right now, even though this is supposed to be a fishing stream. I've experimented quite a bit with different deck ideas on Magic. I have one that's like all artifacts, blue and black, where the blue side generates a lot of mana using artifacts and a lot of card draw, and the black side drains the opponent of all their HP using artifacts. Which, yeah, pretty neato. Neato burrito. Earth Crystal. It's useful. Earth Crystal's useful. Expensive, though, is a big problem. So this card right here, add 1 mana of red or green and expend put 1/1 onto it, which pretty useful. Something I should mention about expending is artifact abilities and abilities on characters do not count towards expending. Do this. And raccoon. I'll do this. Okay, now he's a 10-10. I'm on turn 3, 4, 5. I'm on some sort of turn. This guy throws a 2/2 or 2 damage at the enemy every time I expend. Well, this has worked out very well. Honestly, I should have just bulked up and ended this. Does this give trample? No. Let's just attack. He gave up. You're on something, that's for sure. No. No, Dragon Cat. No, I'm not. The only thing I'm on is Coca-Cola, which I just finished up my Coca-Cola. You may search your library or graveyard for a creature with no abilities. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Interesting. With no abilities. I mean, there's not even that many creatures that are like that. A creature with no abilities would actually have quite a bit of, let's see here, like stats. If it's a recent creature, anyway. If it's an older creature, it'd probably be a little understated nowadays. But, a newer creature definitely would have a lot of stats compared to creatures with abilities. We got the Byway Barterer. We got Terrific Team Up. Actually have a lot of mana too. Oak Hollow Village is interesting. Put a 1/1 counter on each frog, rabbit, raccoon, squirrel you control that entered the battlefield this turn. So it has to be this turn, so I could throw out a Byway and then oak them up. Oak my bitch up. Excuse me, I made myself laugh. Raccoon? Also have this. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. Put a 1/1 counter on the creature you control, or create a 3/3 raccoon creature token if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. He's playing very defensively. He's waiting for me to throw a creature down. I think he's going to destroy it. Don't really have any way to prevent it, so we'll just do this. So remember, this does a thing if I expend 4 mana during each turn. So if I do Terrific Team Up, that should... Wait. Turn with mana value 4 or greater. Okay. Might as well get this out. It's not going to do anything, but might as well. Let's see here, how much mana do I have? 3, 6, so I need 2 more mana, then I throw this down, that's 1 more. We need to get to 8 mana to use this effectively. Cyclops. That's not good. That's actually kind of bad. Oh god, Nibelheim of Flame is such a good card. I kind of want to keep it. I'll be honest, I wasn't aiming to do that. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a fish. Because this thing doesn't have trample. I wanted to make a fish to block him. Watch this guy make cast like 6 fucking like instant cards at this turn and make this into like a 15-4. At the moment, I don't have any good targets for Doppelgang. I could hit Banner, I could hit Scavenging, could hit his creature, but honestly, none of that is a good choice at the moment. I need some raccoons on the field before the Banner is useful or the Scavenging is useful. Well, the fish wouldn't have done anything. What's this do again? 1 or 2... Get 1-1 or 1-0. They each deal damage equal to the putt target against the opponent who controls. Yeah. Well, that's a very risky card to fight. I mean, finally a card I can use. Unless he can give his card flying again. I should be safe-ish. Does it always come back to fish? It always comes back to fish. Am I losing my mind? Is it always fish? Has it always been fish? He has 4 cards in hand. How much damage does this do? 3-4? Okay. Man, it really depends on whether or not this... Okay, he's up to 6 damage. 9 damage. Oh well, that's a loss. Need to check to see if that's actually being recorded. Okay, cool. Let's change over to the fish deck. I have been getting my ass kicked today. And if I'm going to just get my ass kicked, I might as well play a deck that doesn't make any sense. Dragon Cat, I see you found my Bungus emote. Man, that is an old-ass emote. Okay, so if you weren't here earlier, this is the main deck that I was playing earlier. This deck is all about making fish. Fish tokens, specifically. It's really stupid. I have basically one way to make fish, and that's using fountain ports. Once I make the first few fish, I can start producing fish using other cards as well. But yeah, until I get that the fishness started, I can't really do much. I also can't really do much with only 2 mana too. There's nothing I can cast in hand currently. Let's hope I get a freaking piece of mana. Ooh, piece of mana. That's not good. That's also not good. So, I've used this Terminus of Return. It allows you to exile a creature that you control for 7 mana. And once you do that, every single time you... The fuck is that? Every time you, freaking... Every turn, you return a creature from your graveyard to your to the battlefield, not to your hand, to the battlefield. And this thing is indestructible, so the only way to get rid of it is by exiling it, which I mean I can do. That's not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna say no to this. God, Zombify is a really strong fucking guard. For 4 mana, you can drag anything from your graveyard to the battlefield, is what Zombify does. And that can be cards that cost 9 mana. Which I'm not going to deal with. That guy probably stacked his entire deck with as much reanimation as he could, just to get that Volgath back onto the battlefield as many times as possible. And I couldn't... There was no way I would have been able to pay the ward on that Volgath card that he got out. The ward for that card has you sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. At that point, I didn't even have 3 non-land permanents. Okay, Fountain Port. We have the Fountain Port. This guy has a lot of Evolved Wildlands. We have a Sheltered Ghost. Okay, Fog Bank. That's not the worst card to see ever. Ish. Fog Banks can block 1 card every turn without dying. It prevents all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by this creature. So basically, it's just a free block. Not the worst thing in the world because it can't really kill anything. It's just to prevent large creatures from getting through. We're going to make a fish. He's using a lot of cards. He's already down to 3. Let's just go to the next spell right now. I don't like Death Touch. I'm not a big fan of Angels either. Okay, we got the Moonlight Meditation. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we got the Moonlight Meditation. So, starting next turn, every time I create a token, I'll make another Patchwork banner. So, yeah, the Fountain Port's going to be producing more of these banners for me. I should probably get at least 1 fish out, though. The bees! Yes, the bees. Man, it's been a while since I played Hunt Showdown. One additional thing with this is freaking these tokens I'm creating also give me additional mana every time I do this. I'll do a world map. You played like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but I should play more. I'm not saying that I, you know, I should play more. Also, 2 weeks ago, that was when Ace thought... I was thinking that Ace would play with us, but he never showed up. I think this is the only card in the game that works like this, by the way, this Fog Bank. I haven't played that in a while. Yeah. Oh, target for the ghost. Ace never showed up because he got sick. I thought he was getting new internet. Well, let me guess. He's got some kind of hexproof? He does. Oh, that's indestructible. That's noobs. He is now, but he had a cold that turned into bronchitis and now an ear infection. Shit, that sucks. I've had kind of both of those. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't realize. Alright, we'll destroy everything that's untapped. Tap one or both. Eh, great. Ace's existence sucks. Oh, dude, the guy's reading my card. Side quest, catch a fish. I'm throwing nothing up but fish at him. I think he understands the trick to my deck now. It's fish. It's all fish. By the way, it's all fish. Can I get 3? Fish. So much fish. Can you handle 8 fish? Why is this working? Why is this deck working and not those other 2 decks? Ah, fuck. It's a good thing they were just fish. What's the other side of this? Hexproof. Okay. Well, shit. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I think you meant to cast fish. Here, let me help. I'll help you cast fish. Here, let me help. You meant to cast fish. I'm gonna mill myself to death. I forgot that's the big drawback for doing Caretaker's talent. Fuck. Fuck. Oh no. Alright, well, Aura Sight. Get rid of that. Parting Gift. Get rid of that. Inquisitive Inquiry. Okay. Might as well do this. I think this can only happen once per turn, so yeah, cool. Have Trample, so we can't actually block it. There goes half his health, and I get 10 HP back, 11 HP back. Damn it, with the restricted office. Okay, doubling season. Okay. Fish. There it is. God damn it, I'm gonna mill myself to death. Aura Sight. Okay. The fish are gonna overwhelm them. I swear it. Whether or not that's gonna happen before I die to milling myself, we'll find out. I kind of fucked that up. Fish. Oh, we have Doppelgang. 1, 2, 3. And Aura Sight. Fish. And fish. Finally, he gave up. Jesus. Doppelganging the Aura Sight is one of the best ways to really screw over the enemy, by the way, because you can remove one thing off the board every time you doppelgang one of those. And because I had... so I was making 3 because I did 3 copies of the Aura Sight. But because I had doubling season out, that would make it 6 copies. So I could remove everything he had on the front line and his back line, and then just fucking kill him with fish. If I were really wanting to screw him over, by the way, I could have also doubled up on the doubling season. But like, it's whatever. It's fine. Fish. My I key's all fucked up. Fish. I sure hope that this is not like copyrighted music. I'm pretty sure it's not. A lot of the AI music that you hear nowadays on YouTube are not. That little tip, if you're doing streaming and stuff, AI music does not trip the Google like stuff, like the Google auto stuff. What's this? Ward 2, flying as long as it's modified. Okay. Well, if I freaking try to attack it, it's going to counter the spell automatically. Oh, Dragon Cat, I'm a little bit worried about that job at the moment because I haven't heard from them in a few days. If you're wondering. And I got 6 days until my start date. So, you know, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. You become land now. Cool. Enchant player can't gain life when that player is dealt damage, lose half their life rounded up. Well, fuck that. Let me guess, this costs half my life? No, okay, cool. Okay, good news. Bad news. Bad news, actually. Oh, here we go. No, that's still not good. Deviling Seasoned. I throw down a fish, it will only block him from 1 turn. Rounded up, that means that if I don't block this, I die. Next turn I can Aura Sight and get rid of that or that. It's all this now. I can't gain HP at the moment because of this thing. He was kind of trepidatious about that. Not having any HP gain really sucks. Man, that is a really powerful one. I do this. I can't block all of it. I do this and this. I can't afford that. I do this. Can't block everything. Yeah, that's it. I could throw the champions down and get a fish that's a 2/2, but he would just attack with everything and finish me off. I could try to Aura Sight, but that would only remove one of them and I wouldn't be able to get a fish out, and even then, just one of them getting through is enough to kill me. And getting a fish out costs 1 HP too, so I would have 1 HP left even if I could survive that situation. If I had a board wipe, I would probably use that, and then next turn Aura Sight that enchantment that's preventing me from getting HP back. And then maybe I would be able to kind of get things back under control, but I didn't have that, so... Okay. Plains, Thoroughfare, 3-tree. Thoroughfare will give me land colors of any color, so I'd be able to cast everything in hand. Which, you know, is pretty nice when you can do that. It's just a little slow. Is this one of those guys who just waits the timer? That's unfortunate. Oh, there he goes. He's looking at something. Dragon Cat, I think you know Ace a little bit better than I do. Me and Ace have played like Whoa, what is going on there? Why is my frame rate so low there? That's weird. Oh, it's still janky. What's going on here? We'll do side quest, catch a fish. Might be able to get some additional mana out of that. What this is it's searching for a specific thing, artifact or creature card. So artifact, and if it finds it, it will become a land card after that. Ooh, I do not know what's going on with my frame rate all of a sudden. So we're going to eat this card real quick. And then do this. I'm fine with taking a little bit of damage for that. Alright, what's going on with my freaking frame rate here? Performance. Nothing's really being maxed out. Reveal. Fish. Resolve. Take action. Yeah, might as well eat this. Need the HP. Is that better? Am I getting them frames back now? Alright. We're gonna kill everything that's tapped. And then create a fish. First fish of this game. Unfortunately, I don't have any additional things I can do for this fish. So we're just going to be slowly making fish. I guess I could throw Unflinching Courage onto it, but that makes it too much of a target, I think. I think we need more things than just that. We could, if we had the card, we'd doppelgang the aura side. Because, well, I mean, we're pretty close to being able to do that. He's taking his time. Checking all the websites that I use. It's 2 cards in hand. We'll do this. Okay. Our HP will scale faster than his with what I just did. The Wind Crystal doubles the amount of HP you gain from stuff like Lifelink. This enchantment gave me Lifelink and Trample. Is he gonna station that? Expel the interlopers would kill this fish. Ah, fuck it. And I kind of screwed that up. I should have attacked first and then expelled. We're looking for Doppelgang is one of the main cards we're looking for right now. Maybe fishing pole as well, just to get a constant stream of fish coming in. Banner would also be pretty good, because technically I could be just using found board to make 2 fish per turn. Hey, banner. So this particular creature that we're having, that we're kind of scared of, is basically when they hit me, they take half my health rounded down. So, no, rounded up actually. So if he were to hit me, even though it's only 3 damage, it would take like 12 damage. Because of the 3 damage plus whatever's left over gets around like halved. Well, that's unfortunate for him. Ooh, Doppelgang. Well, this is exactly what we want. Can I do 3? Can I afford 3? No. So we'll do 2. So fish. And fish. Take that. And that. And we'll attack with these. God, Doppelgang is so strong. It's silly strong. Because doing that, it cost me 8 mana. I got enough copies to get 4 mana back per turn as well. So, on top of everything else that it was doing, these produce an additional 4 mana. It's just very flexible. Dude's waiting out the clock, that son of a bitch. The game makes you that salty, just stop playing. Let's see if I can get logged into that one website. To refresh this. There's a website I use to make money. It's judging AI, like voice tasks, every so often. Sometimes they have work for me, sometimes they don't. And I checked earlier today, but you never know. Maybe they've updated this. Still burning the clock. It has 2-factor authentication, so I had to check my phone. They have a little bit of work. Like $3 worth of work. Plus $3, $3. Even if he attacks now, it's not going to do anything. It's 1 HP. And if he equips the hammer, it's still not going to do anything. We'll do one more match. It's been 2 hours. I just want to do one more match. Damn it, that is the worst possible draw. Because these are lands, but they sacrifice themselves if I don't have anything on the board already. Mind Spiral is probably the hardest card to use out of all those. Too expansive. World map. Map user. Could have probably thrown the planes down first. Another world map. You must have a one-cost thing. So he's deciding whether or not he wants to sacrifice a map or use a one-cost creature. Side quest catch a fish? Am I playing a mirror match? Fishing pole. No, not a mirror match. Yeah, something that's not a fish. Yeah, this is actually looking kind of good. I could use more mana, though. We'll let him build up, actually, before I start actually producing fish. I do have Expel the Interloper, so I could use that to destroy everything he's got. I could take a few hits. I could take not that many hits. Fish. What's my, how we got 6? Another Buster Sword. I thought those were legendary. I guess they're not. That's not good. At least I'm getting some HP back from this. So I don't really have any way to deal with the Knights of the Round, other than duplicating them. I duplicate them once using Doppelgang 1 count, and then I use Moonlit Meditation to make it so I can duplicate them every turn. Nah? So I don't like using doppelgang. Whoops. One counts. I don't use it like using doppelgang for one cast. But this may work. Oh, he's eating it. He's gonna eat it. Son of a bitch. Man, that was like really close to being a super cool way of dealing with that. Duplicate this every single round. Make 3 of them at a time. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. Oh, that was as good as over. The moment he attacks, he'll destroy the fish with the ultimate weapon. And between those two, I would not have enough HP. If he didn't remove my Knights of the Round, I would have been able to duplicate that Knights of the Round over and over again. Every time he produced more tokens of those Knights, I'd have 3 more Knights of the Round. Well, anyway, we'll call it here. Hope you guys had a good time. I'll catch you guys later.